Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to be here doing this with you, and I'm happy that you're here for the live audience and or a live Zoom audience. It's not live. And for the people that checking out on YouTube. Thank you guys. Um, we're going to start off with Shake It Off. And this just helps you let go of anything that may accumulated during the day, any stress, any frustration, anything that's not positive that you want to release. And you don't even have to know what it is. You're just letting go of stuff, shaking it off. Hand up. Okay. For our next one, we're gonna keep our forefingers together, and you can have the thumbs tucked to the side or slightly away. Either way is good. Sometimes I'll start this way, then I find they my thumbs drift open on that. So either way is good. We bend the wrists, and then um, we inhale. Wait, hold on a second. I'm drawing a blank on this. It's been a while since I've done this one. Sorry, guys. Um, yeah, we inhale, and then we hold our breath. And as we hold our breath, then we crisscross. And then as we come back, we exhale. Okay? So start inhale first while you're in this position, then hold your breath for a count or two. And as you come back, exhale. Okay? And then we repeat that over and over. And this for me has the energy of clearing the air, wiping the slate clean. It's like for me, a new beginning. That's how I interpret it, or a fresh start. And it's just clearing if you have like uh, sometimes they'll say stagnant chi, and that's usually inside, but you have that in your energy field as well. So you can help clear the air by doing that. That's how I interpret it anyway. So yeah, we'll start with that. And we just do it in silence. For our next one, we're going to do our Kundalini breathing exercise. And for this, we engage the root lock. And the root lock is when we squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. And as we start that squeeze of the pelvic floor muscles, we start our inhale. And we imagine this beautiful energy coming up to the top of our head, because it really is. And then we're going to hold our breath for a count or two. And then we exhale. And as we exhale, we release those muscles. So that's the whole thing right there. And we're going to do that over and over through this. Make sure when you do the root block, you're getting, you're squeezing the pelvic floor muscles, the lower abdomen, and the upper abdomen, kind of one after another. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do it best as you can. It takes a little bit of practice getting used to it. And then, as you do that, you're breathing in, holding at the top for a count or two, and exhaling. That's it, over and over. And we do this in silence. And we're going to curl our ring fingers in both hands, and our thumbs are going to be a little bit over the top of them. The other fingers are just relaxed, and we rest them on our knees or thighs, palms facing up. And again, we just do this in silence. So just focus in on the breathing. All right, guys. So for the next ones, we're going to go a little longer than what we normally do. I should have said that last week for you guys. Usually we're anywhere from like, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes in that range. Usually it's on the lower end though, like 3 to 6 minutes. We will do a position and then affirmation or a mantra. So these are going to be a little longer. So I'm going to try to make it advantageous for everybody, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or a little more advanced. Um, so if you're the beginning level, use the affirmation or the mantra, whatever we're working with. So you do that and over. And then the little pauses in between the word are your brief states of meditation. That's how you grow it. And sometimes it's not as easy to pause out the words. It seems like it's not really a phrase or a sentence because you're extending it so long. So when you really get the opportunity is when you go to repeat it, when you end the affirmation and go to start it again, make that pause longer and it seems more natural. And that's how you develop your meditation practice. So you do it that way. And then the next step, which is probably can be interpreted as intermediate or even to advanced, is just follow your breathing. Focus on your breathing in and out through the nostril. Typically, we breathe in and out through the nose, but you can sometimes some people will inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Whatever works for you. It's your practice. Just here, it's more or less a guide to help you through it. So there's that. And then the third one is a little is not as easy. Is you want to feel the energy. Say we're working with the affirmation "I'm happy." Instead of saying the affirmation "I'm happy," feel the energy of happiness as you're focusing on your breath. And it's something you can do. It just takes practice. Everybody knows what it feels like to be happy. And sometimes we might have to think a happy thought in the beginning to get the energy there. And then, your goal is to um, hold on to that energy longer or feel that energy a little longer. And then with enough practice, you can just, go into them and say, all right, I'm going to feel happy. And then you feel the energy. All right. It's not always easy to do, but a lot of times we can do it. So those 3 ways of doing it, very for a beginner, intermediate, and more advanced. Um, so these are going to go about 8 minutes each. And if you want to change up the affirmation, it's fine because it may get monotonous saying the same thing over again. So, whatever you're working with your goals, your desires, work with something like that. We'll start off with, we'll give you an idea and you can expand upon it if you like. And for the first one, it's not really an affirmation, but you can do that. Well, no, it's not really easy to do with these ones. Some of the words are easier. So for this one, we're just going to have our fingers spread out, and then our palms are up on our knees or thighs. And then breathe in wisdom, and then breathe out truth. So this one's not as easy, like to feel the energy of wisdom or to feel the energy of truth. It can be done, but it's not as easy as something like happiness. Um, so you can just say the word and then spell the word. That's usually how I'll do it. Or like I said, I'll just focus on the breathing. Okay, for our next one, we are gonna have the left hand, fingers together, thumb could be there tucked to the side or a little away. And that's going to be palm facing down on your knee, and your fingers are hanging a little bit over your knee. And then the right hand is going to be palm facing up and fingers are apart. And actually, on the left hand, you can have your fingers spread apart. Either way, whichever feels right to either together or apart. I just found when I'm doing that, I say one thing and I'm resting in here and I have my fingers spread apart. So either way is good. Um, and we are going to use the affirmation, I am one. All right. And for that one, I should have gave you some more suggestions, but just to give you ideas when you want to change up the affirmation, we started with I am one. You could have used I am one with God. I am one with Jesus. I am one with the Holy Spirit. I am one with nature. I am one with heaven. I am one with the universe. Anything along those lines. And then again, you can do whatever feels right for you in the moment. Sometimes you'll perceive the energy differently and use a totally different affirmation. So always go with your gut, with your intuition, okay? We are okay. I haven't done this one in a while. So we're going to interlace the lower three fingers. The index fingers are touching, and the thumbs are momentarily side by side. But we're going to bring them down, so they're like that. And then we're going to rest them on our um, inner thighs. Our forearms are on the inner thighs, and then this is kind of angled down as you hold it. And then one thing when you do this, I sometimes your thumbs will get tired of holding that there. Um, so if that does, you can slowly come forward. I find when I do this one, especially when I do it at night before I go to bed, I'll end up cheating on this one. I'll end up being like this, sometimes like that. And that's another good mudra or hand yoga pose. So you don't have to keep it firm and tight. Sometimes you'll feel it a little bit as you're doing it. And then if it feels tightness in the fingers, just relax and loosen. And then if there's any kind of tightness to them, just go to this one. This is the easiest pose. Hands, fingers apart, hands up. Okay. It should be easy for you. It should be, no strain or anything. You feel any kind of strain, just open up your fingers and just do them this way. It's good. Um, and so with this one, we're using the affirmation, I am infinite. Um, All right, guys, and I just want to say a couple things. Sometimes when you're meditating, you'll experience different things, and it's all good. Sometimes you can experience sadness to the point where you start crying. It happens. So you're just releasing something. It's a good thing. Sometimes you'll cry with tears of joy, and that's beautiful. Both in tears of sadness are good, tears of joy even better. So you'll get that'll happen. Sometimes you'll get angry. Something will come in, and it's just for you to know it's something you need to forgive. And a lot of times, it's forgiving yourself. You know, because you have ultimate control in that. You may never get that I'm sorry from the person or your desired outcome, whatever it is from that person that wronged you or whatever the event was. You may never get that. So you have to forgive yourself and let that go and like go with that resentment or anything like that. So sometimes that'll come up and sometimes it's tied to that. Sometimes it's just anger in general. And you just, let it go, let it work out your system. So you may experience those things from time to time. It's normal. There's been many times where doing this, I've been crying, holding back tears and stuff and running down. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I have many times. So I just want to let you know it's natural. Our next one, we're gonna um, keep our index and middle finger together, and then our ring and pinky is curled, and the thumb is slightly over. We're gonna turn it sideways, and then we're gonna wrap the fingers and thumb around those two fingers, and we're gonna hold it right on our lap. And we're going to use the affirmation, I'm a vibrational match to health, wellness, and vitality. And I have to emphasize this more, but nice, slow, deep breathing. And you don't have to go crazy slow, crazy deep with it. It's just slower than deeper than normal. What happens when you bring in more oxygen? It creates clarity. It enhances your meditation practice. And just the slow, deep breathing is just amazing for your body. You're bringing in more oxygen to your cells and your blood, and it just helps with your overall wellness. And yeah, I said that. All right, guys, we're just going to finish up with gentle shake it off. I want to thank you all for being here. I love doing this with you guys. I hope my intention is that it benefits you and it helps you in all facets of your life. You know, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. It sparks inner creativity, so much stuff. Like when you take that time to be silent, a lot of times you'll get good ideas, you know? So that's another thing when your meditation practice, you'll find yourself getting good ideas, or sometimes you'll remember something important. So it's all good. All right, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.